Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Burning Briefs. I'm your host, Claus. This is my co-host,
Mr. J.
And I want to apologize. We want to apologize for the noise in the background. You know, there's the AC fan. It's hot. It's getting real hot now. Summer's coming, and it's coming hard. But before it does, we still have something to talk about that recently came up not too long ago. And that is Logan Paul versus Floyd Mayweather. Now, you ain't got to be a boxing fan or anything like that to watch this. You just got to go and listen to the grapevine around. And let's talk about the before, when it happened, and after. Okay? So, what did you hear about when people talked about the fight before in the beginning? When people were talking about Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul throwing down? I didn't think it was going to happen.
I thought it was a joke.
Yeah.
I thought it was a joke. It was one of those, hey, wouldn't it be funny if Logan Paul fought Floyd Mayweather? I thought it was one of those.
Yeah.
And then, next thing you know, there's a trailer, and there's press, and, you know, people are signing up, and their advertisement, and I was just like, this is really happening.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, no, this is scheduled. Like, it's like, first, why? Just why? And why is he fighting Logan? I mean, isn't the whole big hype the brother?
Yeah. I think it's because Jake was talking smack. But it's because Mayweather wanted to fight someone who was more of a boxer. And I guess Jake was more of a boxer than Logan. Oh, sorry. Jake was less of a boxer than Logan was. Yeah. I think that's what it is. I think Jake is just new to the boxing realm. And Logan had more experience. So Floyd was like, oh, I'll take you.
But neither one of them has, like, fought an actual boxer.
Legends. No Mike Tyson. No Oscar De La Hoya. No Muhammad Ali. There's nobody they've really fought. They are YouTubers.
Everyone is going to bring up the whole Ben Askren. Look, Ben Askren was a very talented fighter, very good wrestler. He's a wrestler. It's just like, let that sit.
Let that sink in for a moment.
A wrestler took place in a boxing match, and then everyone was giving him crap.
Yeah.
It's just like, not only that, he's 40. I think he's past 40 at this point.
And he also
he had been retired for I don't know how long.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Jake, that's the one, right?
I think it's Jake. I don't know. See,
I don't
Jake
know.
Or Logan. It's one of you.
I can't tell you guys.
One of you
apart.
YouTube turds. I don't know.
One of you. I don't know which one of you. I think it was Jake Paul. Jake Paul knocks him out, and then everyone's just like, "Oh my God, he's the best. He's the greatest." And he's calling out Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather had been retired for I don't know how long. He's been at least past a year now. He's been retired.
Yeah, I think Jake fought somebody who was a basketball player, and this basketball player was talking all this smack.
Nate Robinson.
Yeah, Nate Robinson, and he demolished him.
He knocked him out.
He's a basketball player, guys.
To be fair, I thought he was going to knock him out, though.
Yeah, you were crossing your fingers. Everyone was hoping that. Same thing with Floyd Mayweather. This whole conversation in the beginning of the fight, before anything, once you heard about the fight, everybody said, Floyd Mayweather is going to demolish him. He's going to wash Logan Paul. He's going to destroy him. He's going to pick him apart. Like, they were just talking all this crap. But you guys ever take into consideration why this was happening? Think about it. Floyd Mayweather is about money. This guy...
It was all a money grab.
Yeah, Logan Paul is all about that hype. Obviously, right now, he can get the money going. He even offered him more money. And Mayweather, at the same time, was like, yo, I'm going to get a little slice of the pay-per-view cut. And I'm still going to make more money even when I retired. I'm 50-0. This fight ain't going to mean anything. I even made sure that that's not going to happen. There's no title win. There's no victory in this. There's no who hit who, how many rounds. They cleared that. Those were the rules. You're not allowed to score any points on this. It's like, wait. So this fight was just, you guys, like, if you guys were in the backyard of a street fight or something, you guys were just fighting each other, and then you guys said, all right, that's it, it's over.
So the only way to win was to knock the other guy out.
That was the only way to win. So the point was to make it look like it was going to be a knockout fight. Oh, yeah, it was going to happen. Come on, guys. Everybody talked all this freaking smack, dude. All of it. They were talking, but first off, just because Logan Paul is not an experienced boxer doesn't mean he was going to get demolished. Okay? He had a lot to lose in this fight. Let's be real. If he got beat by Floyd Mayweather, yeah. Actually, no, he had nothing to lose. If he got beat by Floyd Mayweather, he's like, hey, I fought one of the legends. What do you guys got? I got beat by the guy who was 50-0. There was no loss for Logan Paul in this fight at the end of it all. So in the very beginning, what was it about? Everybody was talking all this smack. Floyd Mayweather's gonna beat the crap out of Logan Paul. This is a joke fight. I thought it was a joke fight too. I saw some of. I'm not a boxing fan, but I watched some Floyd Mayweather fights, and I got to tell you, I watched the Oscar De La Hoya fight with him. Damn, that was impressive. Oscar brought it. I was like, yo, and seeing the fight, I was like, this is iconic. Okay, I see what everybody's hyped up about Floyd. Even though he's a trash talker, he's very good at fighting. He's a skill set fighter. No doubt about it. He's one of the best. But then you diminish yourself by accepting a fight by somebody who's not even in your pay grade level. That was like, what the fudge? But there was a lot of people talking crap about it, saying that, Logan was going to get beat. And now let's talk about the fight. Okay? You guys, I didn't watch the pay-per-view. I didn't waste my time to spend the money on that. I wasn't going to give Logan or Floyd my money. No way, guys. I'm sorry. Floyd, you made enough money in your lifetime. Logan, you don't need my money because I'm not giving you my money. You are not worth my money. Okay? Sorry. That's just how it is. I have no respect, no offense. Whether you fought one of the legends or not, it doesn't matter. All of this to me was a stunt. It was a gimmick.
Yeah.
And
the whole thing, anything that those two touch, the two brothers, Jake and Logan, it all seems like a fake, It just seems like a stunt.
Yeah,
it's a publicity stunt.
The Kardashians of YouTube. Okay? They just bring in that, hey, look, we can cause some ruckus and we get people's attention. Yeah, okay, cool. That's awesome.
No, man, I hate that they're like diminishing boxing a little bit, and they're just like, I am a fan of boxing. So, for them to be like, we're boxers and we should be taken seriously, no. Go fight like a top 10, top 5, fighter. Fight a number 1 contender. Fight a Canelo, or like. See, a lot of the fighters I know are kind of like older now. So if I say a name, that guy's retired, right? It's just like, that's why I said Canelo, because he's right now and he's relevant. But it's just like, fight a Canelo, fight a Conor McGregor, even though I know he's not really fighting right now.
Yeah.
Fight someone like that, and then come talk to me, and then just be like, maybe then maybe he could be considered a fighter.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, he needed to earn that spot. That's the reality of things. He wasn't ready to fight Floyd. Even if Floyd's retired and he accepted the fight, this was kind of an insult to boxers out there, because the reality is like, you're saying that you're one of the greatest, and what was more important than your legacy was money.
I guess the question now is he going to fight the other brother?
Yeah.
Because that was the fight that everyone was just like, we want to see that.
Well, Floyd said after the fight, so by the way, let's talk about the fight. The fight was ridiculous. There was a lot of hugging. Okay? This was a lot of, not a lot of real hard hits. I mean, I've seen maybe a handful of good hits, but then other than that, it was kind of like watching people, sprawling. Just like a little practice. It wasn't even really like a fight, It was
Logan, I guess, got some good hits in. He's like, look, man. Logan's like twice Floyd's size. He's like, what? Over 200 pounds.
20 pounds his weight. 20 pounds extra over his weight.
Just 20 pounds, that's it?
I think it's 20 or 30 pounds over his weight.
Still.
That's still a lot.
30 pounds heavier. He's definitely taller than Floyd. It's just like, yeah, I hit Floyd. Of course you hit Floyd. Like, there was nowhere for him to go.
Yeah, you have your extended arms. You have everything on him. Height. You have weight. Come on.
You had all that, and he kind of still couldn't really touch him. Floyd covered up, and, he couldn't really land anything significant. Floyd hit him definitely a couple times.
Yeah.
And he wobbled him. And then Jake's in the crowd. My brother won. No, he didn't. You both lost. Just
come on.
Automatically.
Come on. That was not a fight. That was not a good fight. When you guys watch the fight, go watch the highlight. You'll see. It wasn't really much to look at. It wasn't really much of a big. This hype was just to get money in the pockets of these two fighters. That's it.
I've seen sparring matches that like dudes got hit harder. You know.
Yeah.
they went at it harder.
Yeah, and Floyd even said at the end of the fight, I'm done. That's it. I'm done with this fight. This is my last fight. I was like, you want to end it with Logan Paul?
I mean, it should have really never happened.
It should have just been McGregor. That's it. That was the last fight. Bam. McGregor, Floyd, that's it. That was the last fight. That would have been the best. These two were good fighters.
It was just odd because it's like the whole time it seemed like it was the other brother calling out Floyd, and that's where kind of like the whole hype came about. You know, he ran into him, and his bodyguards were there, and he took Floyd's hat. He's like, "I got your hat," you know, and it's just like, then why did you fight the other one? Why? Now he's like, I'm done.
He's like his bodyguard. Hey, fight him for me. You got it, boss. Just went into that ring for him. He's like, yeah.
I mean, honestly, Floyd has the money to do that. He probably could do that.
No, but that's what Jake did for Logan. Like, Logan was his bodyguard. Told Jake, hey, Jake was like, hey, Logan, go over there, fight for me, bro. Or maybe Floyd just didn't want to fight Jake because he's like, yo, you a punk. I'd rather fight somebody with somewhat of a fighting skills. But it's like, but dude, the fight was a wash. It was garbage anyways.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the end of, okay, let's talk about the end. Let's talk about now when everybody's finally settled in on the whole conversation. This is what people were talking about in the beginning. Oh, man, Floyd's going to demolish him. Floyd's going to destroy him. Floyd's going to beat the crap out of him, blah, blah, blah. And now, he had a couple pounds on him. He's a little taller than him. That's what they were talking. It's like, yeah, you could have said that in the beginning. Reality-wise, you could have been like, look, here are the goods, here's the bad. The good hand, Floyd is almost untouchable, this and that. But at the other hand, you got to remember, Logan has distance, and he has more weight on him. You could have just said that.
That should have been obvious from the start.
It should have been okay to have said that.
It really shouldn't be something people are bringing up after the fact, because it's just like, if you had paid attention beforehand, and you had been watching the press conference and the weigh-ins, you know there's a significant size advantage. I mean, just looking at the two, if you know who Logan Paul is, you know who Floyd Mayweather is, you know there's a size advantage.
Yeah.
For Logan. I mean, it's obvious.
Yeah.
I mean, Logan is clearly a taller dude.
Longer. He can extend his hand much more. If you go see any fight, if you put a tall man with your guy, there's somewhat of an advantage in that kind of because of distance.
Yeah.
The only way I could see that working out in the one hand favor is if this tall guy is super scrawny and the short guy is like super buff. Then I think he could fuck him up. Sorry my language. He can beat the crap out of him. But other than that, like, I just don't see, like, in these moments, especially when you guys are, it was pretty obvious. And yeah, you guys were just talking about because Floyd was a legend and he's a fighter, and it's like, Floyd accepted this fight. Okay, if he accepted this fight, it should have already told you that this legend is not about legacy. It's about moolah. It's about cash money. And he's a man who made the most amount of money in boxing history. That's the truth.
Floyd's always been about money. That's always been his thing. That's, money Mayweather.
Yeah.
Team money, whatever.
Yeah, it's not legacy Mayweather. It's not legend for life Mayweather. It's not.
As long as Floyd is getting paid, he doesn't care.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the long and short of it.
And that's what this was all about. Regardless of what you guys.
This was all a money grab. That's all that was.
Yeah, and if you go before the fight, you could have made this call. If Logan wins, it makes him look real good in the world of boxing and stuff. If Logan lost, he still looks great because he lost to a legend. If Logan knocked Floyd Mayweather out, that would have been the most shocker in the world, but that wasn't going to happen because Floyd and I feel like both of them knew. Like, they kind of knew they weren't going to hit each other, like they were going to knock each other out. They were like, yo, let's just fight.
I think just Floyd knew he wasn't going to be able to touch him. He was just like, look, man, I've fought, like, #1 contenders and, some of the best guys in boxing, and they could knock me out. What chance do you have?
Yeah, exactly. At the end of the day, it's like, there was no way Floyd was going to get knocked out. I didn't see that coming. Like, that would have been a total shocker. I would have been like, yo, what the... But... No, I didn't see that. I didn't have that in my mind at all happening before. Nor did I think Floyd was going to knock Logan Paul out because I feel like Logan Paul just kind of knew that he had the distant advantage. So he wasn't going to be able to get that really good swing. as much as he could, because Logan could just kind of keep that distance as far as he wants and just kind of jab at him. I just didn't see where it was going to go one way or another. I just saw it as, yes, this fight was just simply two people saying, hey, you want to throw down for a little bit? Let's see how we got it, okay? Oh, hugs, oh, hugs. Look, congratulations, guys. You guys made a lot of money. Congratulations. Both of you. You guys made a tremendous amount of money. But the people who were talking smack, you guys gotta stop being so, like, overconfident. Stop throwing all your chips into that one number.
I hate the wishy-washy aspect of it. You know, people say one thing. Oh, this is how I feel about it. And then, it doesn't turn out the way they want. And then they're just like, oh, well, this can be okay, too. It's just like, no. Get out of here with that. Like, there's people that are like, oh, I'm strong and I'm independent. I can do shit for myself. And then they're like, can you get that for me? Hey! It's like, pump your brakes.
It's like, come on, you got and accept and embrace the possibilities of things.
Just admit you're fucking lazy.
Yeah, look, you're at that one point of view at this point in time, and then you'll be fine. Then you'll realize, all right, the next time I talk about any fighter, any boxer, anything, and anything in general, I will remember I need to look at both sides of the coin rather than just the one side.
That, and just admit you were wrong. Just admit it. It's like, it's okay. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to make mistakes. It's how we grow as people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm wrong a lot.
Me too.
Yeah, I have to figure it out. And that's how you learn.
Yeah.
But it's just like, sit there and you do the whole. And what I mean by wishy-washy is just like flip-flop. 1 second you're with one thing, and the next thing you know, you're like, oh well. Example. Floyd's gonna knock him out, man. It's gonna be not even a close comparison of a fight.
So I was like, stop it.
Exhibit A. Now I'm gonna flip-flop. Oh, well, Logan is actually a big dude, and it's that's kind of why he didn't get knocked out, and he's got the distance, and it's like, just admit you were wrong. Just admit it. It's okay.
It's like, do you guys have flashcards of this shit, You guys, like, ready to go? Like, okay, so this is what I'm going to say for now on, but if it doesn't go my way...
Jerry, I can't read the card. Your fingers are in the way.
So the point being is, guys, this fight was what it was. I don't think you should have spent money on it. Honestly, it seemed like it was all kind of a gimmick, and it was.
It was kind of a gimmick.
It was pretty obvious because clearly this was not a fair fight. This was not a real fight. There was no win in this situation. It was just two people throwing down for a little bit, and then everybody getting to share on social media all their opinions about the fight.
It was definitely a social media thing.
Yeah, that's all it was. It was just a grab. And it was a cash grab. Congratulations. You guys made a lot of money. Anyways.
Not from us.
Yeah, not from us. We didn't watch. No. But anyways, for everybody else, hey, if you guys dig, it's not your fault. Things happen. But we'll leave it on that note. If you guys want, share, subscribe to the channel. As always, we really appreciate you guys. All right? Catch you guys later. Peace.